46 local high schools compete in a tournament of knowledge for a trip to Europe on this year's hottest game show, Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by SBC, Oracle, and the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, the one, the only, Brad Friedman.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to Quiz Kids. We're in the middle of our first round of play, and today we have two terrific teams from San Jose competing together. Over here, we've got the Lynbrook Vikings. And they're taking on the Willow Glen Rams. So let us begin with the collaboration round. Welcome teams all the way from San Jose to our show. In this first round, you'll be playing as a team. I have a series of 10-point questions here that I will ask you. I'll give you a few seconds to collaborate, and then I will ask your captain, Grace or Christian, to give me the answer you think is correct. Give me the right answer, you score 10 points. Give me the wrong answer, and the other team will have a chance to collaborate and steal those points away from you. I'll ask the questions back and forth until the buzzer signals the end of the first round, okay? Good luck to both teams. Lynbrook, you get the first question. It should not be confused with the data rate and thus cannot be used interchangeably, since sometimes multiple bits are encoded in one event. What is this measure of signaling rate commonly used in describing the speed of modems? Grace?
We don't know.
Don't know. Can you steal it?
Gigabyte.
We're looking for baud. Now we'll have the next question goes to Willow Glen. Though committed to a mental hospital after her breakdown, she recovered and graduated from Smith College with honors. Writing under the pseudonym Victoria Lucas, who was this author of The Bell Jar? Chris.
We don't know.
Okay. Do you know?
Sylvia Plath.
That's right, for 10 points. It starts out with a young girl swimming a little far from Amity Island. The next morning, Sheriff Brody finds her body. What is this 1975 Spielberg film about great white shark attacks?
Jaws.
That's right. 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Thank you. Oh, okay. They are necessary to keep the right pH for enzymes in many organisms to work. What are these solutions that usually consist of a weak acid and its salt or a weak base?
pH.
No, sorry, Chris, you can steal.
Buffers.
That's it for 10 points. In 2000, his daughter wrote a book of memoirs called Dreamcatcher. Who is this author who wrote A Perfect Day for Banana Fish, Franny and Zoe, and The Catcher in the Rye?
J.D. Salinger.
Correct for 10 points. Transaction costs are zero. Firms may enter and leave the market at will. Goods are all the same. No firm can have an impact on prices in the market. These are all characteristics of what sort of theoretical market studied in economics?
Socialist.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Perfect competition.
For 10 points. That's right. You stole it. People from this town are called Mancunians. What is this town in northwest England, sometimes called that country's second city?
Manchester.
Correct for 10. Rams, in geometry, there are generally two kinds, one for segments and one for angles. What are these lines that divide a segment or angle into two equal parts?
Bisector. Bisector?
That's right, a bisector. And that scores you. So you have 10 points, and Lynbrook's in the lead with 60. And there goes our first round. We will come back and chat a bit with our contestants. Don't go away. Welcome back. We have a full house here today, and we like that way every week. So be sure you give us a call and get some tickets to come and see a future taping of our show. Just call us at 650-637-1936. We will send you tickets, and you can join the crowd. Welcome, Lynbrook. Welcome, Grace Lee. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Grace, you are sure of your future. You told me you want to be an actuary. So you're a big math person. I'm sure that helps you get the basics for actuarial work done. But what does an actuary actually do?
An actuary is a statistician. You work for the life insurance companies or the government, and you compute the probabilities of certain things.
And why is that fascinating to you?
I don't know.
What do you think the odds are that most kids would be or would not be fascinated with actuarial work?
Very small.
So it's statistically slim.
Yes.
Well, see, you're already working at it. Good for you. Well, good luck with that. What do you think the odds are you'll win today? No, don't answer that question right now. I know what you want to say. Prajakta Jaju.
Hi.
Welcome back. You played for the team last year, so welcome back. You're a pro here on Quiz Kids. And you're a senior. You and Grace are both seniors, you're both 16. That's very young. You ready to go off into the wide, cruel world?
Not really.
Not really? So you trying to have some fun in school before your last year's over?
Yeah.
I understand part of what you're doing is you're part of the French Honor Society.
Yeah.
So you're in AP French, and what does the Honor Society do?
Well, basically what we try to do is we try to teach the members of the club about French culture and other things that you might not necessarily learn in a normal French class. And we also try and help beginning level French students by tutoring them.
That's great. So say something to your beginning French fans in French on the camera right now.
Bonjour.
Wow. Wow, you are advanced.
Yeah.
That's good. No, I think
That's hard.
that one's hard. Yeah. Bonne chance. Bonne chance, Prajakta. I hope I said that right. Jonathan Tsai.
Hi.
Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan, this is interesting. We actually got into a conversation that's probably going to take the rest of the Quiz Kids half hour. We apologize. But you lived in Brussels for 3 years.
Yes, I did.
And how old were you when you did that? And not too long ago.
It was about 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And you were telling me some very interesting things about your perceptions of how society is very different there and how people are different in terms of their ideas.
Well, I went to an international school, so everyone was a lot more understanding and we connected a lot better.
There was a lot of diversity of opinion, but people seem to accept that more.
It was a good community.
Good community. So you miss that here?
Yeah, I do.
What do you think we could do? One thing we could maybe do as high school students or as Quiz Kids people to maybe bring about more of that diverse feeling, a diverse opinion, and respect for other opinions.
Well, if you join clubs like Prajakta's French Honor Society or Model United Nations or Amnesty International, you get a lot more awareness in school.
Understanding of different world opinions and worldviews. That's a great idea. Well, good luck to you with all of that. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Mr. Gerald Haas. Chris Johnson, you were here last year as well.
Yeah.
And you are now a senior, and you like to cook. You like to eat, you said.
Yeah.
And I said, I want something more interesting about eating than just that I eat. So you do cook.
Yeah.
So I said, do you get a chance to prepare family meals? And you said yes. So what will be the gourmet meal tomorrow?
Probably Emerald Lagasse's 4-cheese macaroni and cheese.
4-cheese macaroni and cheese. Well, that is a gourmet version of an old American favorite.
Yeah.
What are the 4 cheeses you will put in that cheese? Macaroni
Cheddar.
and cheese. Yeah.
Gruyere.
Yeah. The French Club is
Swiss.
proud of you for that. Swiss. Yes.
And I forget the last one.
And a mystery cheese, a 4th
mystery
cheese.
cheese, yeah.
Mystery cheese. Well, good for you. It sounds delicious.
No, I know it. Fontina.
Fontina.
Yeah.
Fontina. Fantastic. I'm hungry already. Well, I enjoy it. I hope your family enjoys the meal. Anna Yang. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
You are the Chief Justice of the school's ASB,
Yes.
which I assume stands for something like Associated Student Body. Or okay. What does the Chief Justice do?
Well, we run everything with the parliamentary procedure, and I run class office election and ASB elections.
And it's a busy and it's a demanding job, but you don't get much respect. You said people, when it comes down to you're the person whose word is law, people don't pay attention to you. Well, what do you?
I'm kind of the youngest in ASB, and so they don't they don't come to me. So.
Well, what do you think is going to happen to our new youngest Chief Justice of the Supreme? I guess we should go on with the game, shouldn't we? But we've got a young Chief Justice coming up. He might have to face the same issues, and he might want to talk to Anna Yang. I will write him a letter. I think you probably have a lot of wisdom to share with him.
Okay.
Joseph Fan.
Hello.
Joseph, a lot of people decide they want to be an actuary or they want to be a movie star or a lawyer. You want to become the world's best poker player.
Yes.
I would like to ask Grace what the odds are that you will become, but we're still on you. So what do you think the odds are that you will become the world's best poker player?
Almost a certainty.
Almost a certainty. And what do you do to assure that that certainty will come to pass? And I want to remind you that your parents are watching this program.
It's okay, they know. I practice a lot, play a lot of games, and just gamble.
Well, I'm honored to know you, Joseph, particularly why you still have a shirt on your back. And if you ever go to Vegas and you do become the world's best poker player, remember it all started here on Quiz Kids. You were encouraged by the little man at the podium.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Melissa Foster. And I'd like to all have you give a big old round of applause to the man who's the odds-on favorite to know what he's talking about, our judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. Okay, go on, listen to some messages and come right back because we have more Quiz Kids to play. We'll be right back. Let's play the lightning round. All right, folks, put your hands on your buzzers. I have another series of 10-point questions here, but you will be playing on your own for your team. The first person to buzz in when I ask a question gets to answer. Give me the right answer, you score the points. If you give me the wrong answer, the other team will get to collaborate and steal those points away if they give me the right answer. If you buzz in before I complete the question, you will have to answer with the information you have heard. If you give me the wrong answer, I will complete the question for the other team. It is 60-10. Good luck to both teams. Here's the first question. Before he aided Bellerophon, he brought thunderbolts to Zeus. Who was this mythological winged horse that helped Yes, Grace?
Pegasus.
Correct. To make this theorem work, you'd have to think of the number 1 as being a product of 0 primes. What is this theorem that says that every number is either prime or can be written as a product of prime numbers? Grace.
Theorem of unique factorization.
That is correct. His power-ups are things like hats, which can turn him into a dragon, a bull, or a jet. In some games, he's opposed by Captain Syrup and the Brown Sugar Pirates. Who is this opponent of Mario with a rhyming name? Jonathan.
Wario?
That's right. The most famous species, A. proteus, was named after a Greek god who could change shape. What is this protozoa that uses pseudopods to move around? An amoeba. James Otis, a lawyer in colonial Massachusetts, is famous for uttering what catchphrase in which he expressed his belief that the British government should not be allowed to extract revenue with the colonies? Christian.
No taxation without representation.
That is correct. Aspirin shouldn't be taken during an infection of disease because it may cause Reye's syndrome. What is this rarely fatal childhood disease caused by the varicella-zoster virus? Chicken pox. An early version of this kind of work was Pliny the Elder's Naturalis Historia, which had 37 volumes. Denis Diderot was responsible for a French translation and expansion of what type of work? A written compendium? Yes, Christian.
Dictionary?
No, I'm sorry. A written compendium of knowledge.
Encyclopedia.
That's right. It was suspended by Lincoln in several states in 1861 and also by Jefferson Davis in order to help impose martial law. Grant suspended it as part of, yes, Grace?
Writ of habeas corpus.
Correct. Critics say that in this book, Mark Twain abandoned his Midwestern style and adopted one similar to that of Charles Dickens. What is this story about poor Tom Canty and Edward, the son of King Henry VIII? Grace?
The Prince and the Pauper.
Correct. The Burial of Count Orgaz and View of Toledo are among the Mannerist paintings of what artist born with the name Domenikos Theotokopoulos? Otherwise known as El Greco. It was invented in 1949 by tennis pro Joe Sobek and incorporated the rules of both squash and handball. What is the sport played on a court where the ceiling, walls, and floor are all in bounds? Joseph.
Racquetball.
Correct. He was acclaimed emperor by his troops in York and then traveled to Rome and defeated his main rival, at which time he experienced a religious conversion. Who then founded the new Rome in 330 AD at Byzantium? Constantine the Great. Monaco's capital is Monacoville, and Andorra's is Andorra la Vella. What small European principality's capital is Vaduz? Jonathan?
San Marino.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Just guess.
I don't know.
Liechtenstein. It was invented in the 1920s by Natale Olveri, a soft drink maker who thought he could produce a chocolate version and turn a profit. What is this popular chocolate drink with a name that rhymes? Yoo-hoo! That's the end of the round. Let's look at the score. Over here we have 30. Lynbrook's still in the lead with 120 points. We will return in a moment with our final round. Stay tuned. All right, let's play the extreme lightning round. Point values are double. The play is the same. Good luck, teams. In Japanese, this game translates as numbers singly, and methods for solving it include scanning by either cross-hatching or counting within each subregion. What is this popular game whose goal is to arrange the numbers 1 through 9 in a 9x9 grid so that the numbers only appear once in each row, column, and 3x3 subregion? Man. I love this game, you guys. Sudoku. Oh, you gotta play it. It's fabulous. It's in the Chronicle every day.
It's a great game.
Stemming from the Counter-Reformation, what style of art and music, such as that produced by Rubens, Bernini, and Bach, flourished through most of the 17th century and was, yes, Chris?
Baroque.
That's right. While inert, like helium, it is a less expensive refrigerant, but most applications have to do with the fact that it has the most intense discharge of all the noble gases. What is this element popularly used in advertising signs? Grace?
Neon.
Correct. Jack Nicholson and Sylvester Stallone are among the regulars that can be seen in the crowd at what NBA team's home games? Joseph?
Lakers.
That's correct. Given a right triangle, if the cosine is 5/13, what is the cosecant? Prajakta?
5/12.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal.
Can you read the question again?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Is it 13 over 5?
What?
13.
13 over 5.
No, 13/12. They began life as a cover band called Hannah and include former Three Doors Down drummer Daniel Adair and brothers Mike and Chad Kroger. What rock band is famous for the songs Photograph and How You Remind... Yes, Jonathan?
Weezer.
Nope. And How You Remind Me.
Nickelback. Nickelback.
That's it for 20. From ancient Greek, it literally means on the grave. What is this poem or saying typically inscribed on a tombstone? Chris?
Rest in peace.
No. The ancient Greek term, rest in peace. Do you know?
No.
We call it an epitaph. And you all knew that one too, didn't you? The first version was built by the son of Constantine, but was destroyed during the Nika riots in the 6th century. What church, rebuilt by Justinian, is the greatest surviving example of Byzantine architecture? Jonathan?
Hagia Sophia.
That is right. When the NHL's Minnesota North Stars team relocated in 1993, they dropped the North from their name. In what city do the Stars... That's right. Of the Channel Islands, it's the only one to have a permanent settlement, some of which include Cherry Cove and Toyon Bay. What is this island in Los Angeles County, 22 miles from the mainland, whose main city is Avalon? Chris?
Mariana.
No. You can steal.
We don't know.
Catalina. The origins of this song may have been medieval festivals where live birds were placed in previously baked pastry shells and then released as entertainment. What rhyme tells of 4 and 20 blackbirds and a pocket full of rye? You people have to read more. Sing a Song of Sixpence. Fabulous classic novel. It was first coined by Joseph Goebbels, but popularized in a speech at Westminster College by Winston Churchill. What is this Western ideological term that refers to the symbolic division of Europe after World War II? Yes, Jonathan?
Iron Curtain.
Correct. Founded in 1863 in Leverkusen, among its discoveries were mustard gas and Cipro, an antibiotic used to treat anthrax. What pharmaceutical company is perhaps most famous for its original brand of aspirin? Grace.
Bayer.
Right. In electronics, LCD stands for liquid crystal diode, but in mathematics, yes, Prajakta.
Least common denominator.
That is correct. That is the end of the game. Let's look at the score. Well, you came up to 110, Willow. Glen, you should feel good about that. Lynbrook, though, with 210. We'll move on to the second round. Congratulations. We thank you for coming. We hope that you will join us all when they come back and watch the games in between Lynbrook's next game. And until then, this is Brad Friedman saying thank you so much for coming to Quiz Kids. Goodbye, everybody.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, and Oracle. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by these Bay Area newspapers: the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar.